From the city of Los Angeles, let's welcome Council Member Eric Garcetti. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank
to
you very
also
much.
sign up for the parcel tax and to help us with Sacramento.
Absolutely,
Wonderful.
and I spent a lot of time down in San Diego. I know some of you were there as well, looking at our statewide initiatives too. Thank you, Madam President, Superintendent, board members. I'm usually used to being where you are. And the elected officials who have just spoken to you, who have gone through this, oftentimes when we're at our budget period, we have everybody coming telling us what not to cut. And yet when we say, okay, if we don't cut that, tell us what will you cut, we don't usually get a lot of responses from the public. So know that what you're going through and where you are right now, I know. It's what we're all dealing with right now in government. We celebrate Mississippi so we don't have to be the last. We look at a state which has defunded education, and we see ourselves turning against one another. But I think the main issue you're dealing with today is what is the core? When you have to figure out what to cut, what is the core that's left? And the proposal before us says that adult education, to some degree, early education, arts education, these aren't the core. We have to protect what the core is in difficult times as much, just as Superintendent Daisy said so eloquently when we were on a panel together at halftime at a Super Bowl party. We don't want to cut any of these things. And yet when we look at what the core is today with this economy, how can the core not be those adults who today are out of work looking for a job? Because we can tax our way out of this, and we certainly need more taxes to do this. We can cut our way out of this, or we can grow an economy. But we only grow an economy when people can actually take the jobs that are out there in the new economy. And that happens through adult education. That happens when we make sure that those folks who want to be a part of the new tech sector or healthcare sector, and then when I, as a city official, want to recruit them to Los Angeles, I can say, you know what? We have folks who can transition from a job to another job because of the great adult education that exists here in LA Unified. I can say to them as well that there are 100,000 students right now, former students, many of them who have never graduated. We have 100,000 people just in the city of LA alone who are between 18 and 25, who are not in the criminal justice system, who don't have a job, and who are not in school. What will be the cost to us long term to see 100,000 lives lost? And we've worked with you on trying to partner with city funds for job training with your adult education, with joint use funds when people are saying in tough budget times, how can you, Eric, spend money, city money, on things like a ball field at Belmont High School? We do it because it's the right thing to do, and I come here today not just saying, don't cut, but we will be your partner politically in making sure that we get more revenues, secondly, in making sure that we have joint use, but we can't go backwards. Know in this moment when our economy is on its knees, the only way to hit it back down all the way onto the ground would be to cut adult education even further. I beg you not to. Thank you.
Thank you very much.